make it past the mailbox before something, bad or crazy happened.
Yeah.
Um,
I never forget one time I was on my way home. I think we went to go see Minister Society, matter of fact. We was standing on the corner, probably 1 a.m. in the morning. It's just me and him. We was on the street called Central and Century, right across from the park that I got discovered at. Standing on the corner, pressing the button. This is long before they put cameras on every corner. And we standing there talking, just talking about the movie. Next thing you know, there was one car at the light. This is in the middle of a big intersection. Light turns green for them. They're about to turn 4. We just there talking. Yo, man, the movie was crazy, whatever. Next thing you know, we look up. We see this Latino dude literally hanging physically out the window. Fuck you, puto! Click. His gun jammed.
Wow.
We ran, fell on the floor. What the fuck? We just seen the car pull off. We seen the nigga slowly but surely get back in the car. And then me and my nigga just kind of went in 2 different directions and said, if these niggas decide they may have identified us, they may have taken our license plate number down, let's go circle back and try and kill these niggas because the gun jammed.
Right.
We broke, nigga. I said, yo, go that way. And we just,
right.
It was like boys in the hood, nigga.
You gotta know it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, in my mind, as you guys are tuned in, listening to this story, we just first want to take this off the table. Because me and Jeezy will be on here for another 6 hours just talking about near-death experiences, pains and traumas, mental health issues, and just pressures and things that we've had to overcome to get here. The worst thing you can say to me or my brother Jeezy, you've only gotten this far in your life because you're talented, you handsome, you fly, you got muscles, or whatever the fuck people may try and do to diminish.
Right. Minimize.
Don't minimize or diminish what it actually takes to get on and stay on when we understand it's a million rappers out here, million singers, a million producers. But when that real shit hits you throughout your childhood, after you get on, where you're dealing with street politics, whether it's Crips, Bloods, whatever you're dealing with, it gets real out here. And so I'm focused on the dream. I'm focused on what I'm trying to do and the records I'm trying to sell. And I got all these different things, whether I put it on myself or rather I'm on the receiving end of it.
Right.
It's just shit that I'm dealing with.
Right.
And when you're dealing with it, most people get taken out. And we're not talking about death. We're talking about I can't deal with the pressures of all this stuff.
Right.
And so rather I'm talented, rather I got dreams and ambitions and goals, all this stuff took me out.
Yeah, that's the thing though, because it's crazy because that's where that survival mechanism that you was brought up on kicks in. Because for me, I done been through so much shit, like you can name it. I can probably 10 movies, but to me, it's all a game that you can't lose because it ain't like you put another quarterback in. You know what I'm saying? Like you lost, it's a wrap. And I've seen so many. I had homies that I had love, a lot of respect for them. I seen them, go to jail, come home and become crackheads. I seen people just lose their mind because they couldn't take the pressure. I seen people resort to alcohol, suicide, you name it. And my gift more so than the music. And I mean, you're right. I don't like when people say you wouldn't be here because of that. No, it's all the other stuff that got me here. The music is just a small piece of who I am, but the survival instinct came from what I went through. So now, like, and going back to where we at now, right now in this point of time, it's like I'm in survival mode every day. I don't even wake up and feel the pandemic. I look at like it's almost like you reverting back to the hood and you just going, okay, this is what I got to do to survive. So for me, it's more so about survival and keeping my dreams going, even though everything else has pretty much pause in the world, because a lot of people can't deal with that. You'll probably see that in the next, 8 to 12 months. A lot of cats from Wall Street, probably, taking their own life or just
Oh,
flipping out because
absolutely.
they don't
Yeah,
know
but
how to.
see, the suicide rate is up too. And I will say
Right.
this: people will say, "Yeah, easy for you to say. If I had money, I'd be dealing with the pandemic a little differently too."
Mm,
Okay, so
right,
let's put a pin in that for a second. Prior to the pandemic, a multi-millionaire named Robin Williams
right,
killed himself.
right.
A woman worth about 600 million named Kate Spade, prior to the
Mm,
pandemic, killed herself. The good brother from CNN, Anthony Bourdain,
mm,
multi-millionaire, traveling the world as Dave Chappelle opened up his show,
right,
saying he had all of the luxuries in life.
right,
Why would anybody want to kill themselves?
right,
See, mental health, stress, and traumas that become unbearable is the actual reason that people will kill themselves.
mm.
We
Say,
lost
say
our
that.
brother. We
Say that one
lost
more
our
time.
brother.
That one more time for the people in the back.
Okay, yeah. So mental health, traumas, psychological warfare. Whether you're a millionaire, billionaire, whether you got the house on the hill, the mega yacht, the private plane, all the things that you can find yourself saying, my life is fucked up. I don't want to live no more. If I had that, I'd be better.
Right,
When you get that,
right, right,
most people can't handle that.
right,
Because here's the thing: if you don't get your shit together, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically, when the money and the materialistic things and the pressure shows up,
it gets worse.
it gets worse.
Yes, sir.
Because everything about God thrusting you into that level that you claim that you're ready for. Most of the people on this page will create usernames and passwords and live online hiding under an alias talking shit about our life.
Right,
They want our life, but the moment that they do deal with something there locally where they got people in their neighborhood talking shit, rumor has it you this, you that, because your family doing something, you ain't even on the blogs and you ain't even dealing with national headlines.
right,
And you want to kill yourself.
right, right. Deep, deep.
Imagine getting thrusted into this level
Right,
where everything you say and do, people are hiding behind alias, creating blogs with usernames and passwords, talking shit about your life.
right.
Can
As
you
if,
handle it?
as if whatever they're doing is better, or they got it that much figured out.
They
Crazy.
got an opinion about what we doing and how we doing it and who we doing it with.
Right.
But if the roles were to reverse, they would have killed themselves a long time ago.
But that survive. A lot of people weren't born with that survival.
It goes back to the survival instinct.
Yes.
Let me get some water real quick. Hold
Yes, sir.
on. I can still hear you.
Yeah, no, it goes back to that survival instinct, brother. Like,
Yeah.
I thank God for it every day. You feel me?
Yes,
Every
sir.
day. Every day. Flip boys, what's up, baby?
Oh yeah, we gotta shout out all of our followers, man. They
Yes,
all
sir.
listening in.
Who's that? Who checking in? Where you checking in from? Shout it out now. Let me see what you got.
Put your city up, baby.
Put your city up.
baby.
Cleveland, what's up? Okay. Cleveland in the house. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people
I
don't want.
think
A lot of people don't want to have that conversation.
yeah, but I think more
Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you the story of my life, and this is for you, and this is for everybody tuned in. I don't remember the last time I lost sleep over a hater.
right.
I'm 7,000 flights and many sleepless nights into this lifestyle.
Talk that.
Fuck you. Fuck you. For running around here trying to formulate an opinion about what I'm doing, when, where, and how I'm doing it. Now, I understand I'm a public figure. And I understand that when you're a public figure, you're going to have people who have thoughts and critiques and feedback, tearing you down, building you up. I understand the process, but I want people to understand that if you got so much shit to say, go do it better.
Right. What the boys say, everybody want to tell you how they do how to do it like they done it first. You know what I mean?
Everybody want to go to heaven, but they don't
Right.
want to die to get there.
Right. I mean, for me, I really like reflect on all the times. Like I understand it come with the territory, and my uncle used to tell me, man, when they stop talking is when you should worry. But one thing that I did realize, because I used to be one of them type of cats to be like, what, that's just my mentality coming straight from the block. It's just like I'm gonna just deal with it the way I know how, and that was by force. But when I started realizing, like, you know, the less I care about, like another man's opinion is not my reality. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? It just can't be, because of that I have a million realities. But once I started to realize what people say about me don't matter, and it doesn't if it doesn't correlate with my dreams and my goals, it doesn't matter anyway, because
Mm,
it's not good advice, whatever. But once I realized that, my whole life, it's like being in the room and just knock down all four walls. You can see as far as the eye can see, and
that's it.
it was like a realization, like, it's just me. Win, lose, or draw, whatever decision I make, you know what I'm saying, whatever turn I decide to take. But it's got me this far. I took some L's, I had some W's, but it's me. And
Yeah.
I can look in the mirror every
There's
morning.
some public L's, some
Right.
private
I
L's
can look
that
in I
niggas
can
will
look in the
never
mirror.
know about.
I can look in the mirror every morning and feel, good about me. Like I ain't did nothing that degrades my integrity. And
That's
then
right.
the real part is, and going back to like letting people box you in, I'd rather do things the way I do them, meaning like just live in my own world and get my dreams and my goals done, because that's my fulfillment. That's what keeps me going.
That's
And
right.
and I'd rather kill them with success around the board. And I'd rather lead by example and show cats like, you could be from the hood, you can do music, but you can still do this. You know what I'm saying? You can be from the hood, but you can still be that. You feel what I'm saying? You can be from the block and listen to you talk about what you went through in Watts, and seeing you like on big screen movies and moving the way you do. It's just like that's every ghetto kid's dream, to make it out and be something and somebody that's truly them. So I just really
Yeah,
want
but
to have it again.
that come with that comes with protecting my one Tyrese at all costs.
That's right. Your star player, baby.
This is all I got.
You gotta protect your star player, man.
This is all I got. Let me tell y'all something, man. I never claimed to be the biggest star. I have not sold more records than most of the people that's been in the game as long as me. I ain't won a Grammy to this day.
Right.
Multiple nominations. I got $8 billion of box office receipts on my name. I've had my highs, I've had my lows. I'm probably the only person in the comments and on this IG live with an 8-minute crying video on the internet.
Wow. Real
I
talk.
wake up every single day and I said, I need to be the best version of Tyrese that I can be, because I just got one.
Right.
This all I got.
Right.
I can't swap it. I can't change it. I ain't finna light skin it. I ain't finna change the complexion of it. I
Okay.
ain't finna go implant it.
We
I'm
stuck.
this me, bruh.
We
This is it
stuck.
right here.
We stuck.
And here's the thing. I've realized as well that there's a lot of people that thrive on being competitive,
Right.
where they lose a lot of sleep over what somebody else is doing. Listen, man, I've seen so many people sell so many more records than me, way more number ones, way more success. And I look at what God was doing when I had those moments of trying to compare my life, my career, my status, my relevancy, my irrelevancy, and all of the shit that we deal with. And then I'm looking at my life and I'm saying, I'm here.
Right.
I'm
Right.
still here. Like these dudes that I'm like, man, that nigga killing. They gone.
Right.
I'm
You see,
still here.
you see him float back down the river, baby. You see him swim up, float back
So
down.
So what I will say to everybody watching this, I don't want you to be me. I don't want you to be Jeezy. I want you to understand that what we've done represents what's possible.
That's right.
But run your race, bro. Pray your prayers. What are your visions and your ideas for what you want to do? Who is your wife? When do you want to have kids? What's your plan? What sacrifices are you willing to make? Stop getting caught up in what everybody else is doing, what they wearing, what they talking about, what they dressing, how they wearing their head. Like, yo, you sheep. That's why you ain't winning. You ain't figured out your individuality. And this is what I pride myself on. And I'm gonna leave you with this before we move on. I'm in your face because I want you to feel it. I go to sleep every night, secure in my own skin, with these words: God will never give you something somebody else is supposed to have.
That's right. That's right. If he did,
God will
if
never
he
give
do, it
you.
ain't for you.
I don't want nobody else's records. I don't want nobody else's movies. There may be a movie that I really want, but if somebody else gets it, it may ain't got nothing to do with how great of a job I did for the audition or the relationships I had. They may say, yo, we had to give it to him because he won the Oscar. Right. You got an Oscar? I ain't got an Oscar. I felt like I could have done a better job in the movie, even though I ain't got an Oscar. It wasn't your fucking movie. Move on.
Keep it moving.
The turtle wins the race. God will never give you something somebody else is supposed to have. Stop comparing notes. Stop losing sleep over somebody else's shit. And when you get it, whether you prayed for it or somebody else prayed for it, when you get it, the question is, can you handle it?
Right. Can you maintain it?
Can you maintain it? Or are you going to be another millionaire?
Are you going to lose it mentally?
Or are you going to be another millionaire who say this is too much for me? I got to kill myself.
Damn right. Come on, man. Come on with it. But I had to get you on here, man, so you can talk to the people. You know what I mean? Worth the conversation, man. We appreciate the game. I appreciate you, my brother.
Come on, man.
We got it. I got to pull up on you soon, man. We got to get together, man.
Hey, man. First of all, there's this thing called Southern hospitality, man. Yes, until I get you at my front door, man. You know, and you've been over here, but I